Dave Reynolds and welcome to another episode of Amazing Guitars Friday. And I had another show all queued up for today, but I wasn't really satisfied with the production of it. It was kind of noisy. So I'm going to reshoot it. But it was an exciting show and it's going to air in a couple of weeks. And it's a buddy of mine, his name is Reggie Workman, and he's a really great singer and guitar player. And he and I had a gig this past weekend at an arts festival here in town, and he was telling me a little bit about his guitar. So I was like, hey, we should get that on the show. So it'll be airing in a couple of weeks. But the cool thing about it is it's a 1960 D18. It's a Martin guitar. And when Reggie was, I think it was in the 70s, and we'll get the exact details on the show, but I think it was in the 70s, Reggie was out in California on tour, and his guitar got stolen. He had a Martin, maybe it was a D28, I think, but he had a Martin that got stolen, and he didn't have another guitar. But it just so happened that his bandmate went to Hawaii, maybe on one of their breaks, and was at a party, and some guy was just 3 sheets to the wind, smashed, and this guy looked around and noticed that this guy was actually smashing his Martin guitar against a rock. So Reggie's bandmate went over to the guy, to confront him or find out what was going on. The guy gave him the guitar. He said, well, if you want the guitar, you can have it. So that guitar was repaired, and that's what Reggie's playing. And the front of it has never been restored, has never been touched. It's amazing. The look of it, it's worn. It's almost like Willie Nelson's guitar. But it sounds fantastic. So stay tuned. I think that show might be called The Smashed Martin Guitar. That'll be airing in a couple of weeks. But it's appropriate, I think, that I have this guitar today. This is a replica of an 1898 0040 Martin guitar. It was built by Lawrence K. Brown. And it's got some of the historical aspects of guitars from that time period, of course. This is an exact replica. But the pyramid bridge is something that was very popular then. Some of them had V-necks. I have one from the 1890s. It's a Bay State guitar, and I'll show it to you sometimes. It's a nylon string, and it's not a replica. It's from the 1890s. And it's got a V-neck on it. And that was something that was also common. And it's got light bracing on it. This was before the heavy dreadnoughts and the big, booming guitars that, people eventually needed to project because they were playing outside of the parlor. These guitars were literally made for, small rooms in homes. So this guitar, since I moved here a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago actually, I've been getting into bluegrass, going to jams, and this is the guitar that I bring, and I always get compliments on it, and I'm so excited about that. Every time I go, just about, somebody from the jam circle comes over and says, man, that guitar cut through. Who made it? Where'd you get it? So I'm proud of that and pleased, and I love playing it. It's easy to play. It's light. It's got silk and steel strings on it. Because of the tension, it needs to have those strings which have a lighter tension, so it doesn't pull the bridge or the neck. To tell you a little bit about the guitar, it's got Indian rosewood sides and the back. It's got ebony fingerboard and bridge. It's got Engelmann spruce top, African mahogany neck, really, really pretty violin purfling. And you've seen this guitar and you've heard me play it on some of my other videos. If you've seen them, if not, you can go back. And I am going to attach a video at the end of this show of me playing Whiskey Before Breakfast to some backing tracks. I just made a backing track for that tune, and that's something I've been working on. So it's a really pretty violin tune. So anyway, it's got ground up seashells for the rosette. And I don't think when Larry Lawrence built this guitar, he had done any before. I think this might have been his first go at this particular instrument. And so I don't know if he's made more and using the same exact materials, but I think that he probably made up a few things. Certainly not the construction. The construction is meticulous and exact, but some of the added things like the seashells. And he has a little piece of a piano key that he put on the heel. So I love those little unique aspects to the instrument. It's got garnet, orange shellac, and German Schaller peg tuners. So that's the guitar. It sounds great, it plays great. I get lots of compliments, it cuts through. kinds of music on it. I played classical music on it. I used it on my doctorate recital, and I played some like popular music. I think it was Listen to a Mockingbird. That piece I played, but yeah, it's versatile. You can bend strings, play a little blues. Anyway, it's a great guitar, and I just wanted to feature this guitar today. Replica of a 0040 Martin guitar from 1898. So I hope you had a great day, and I hope you have an excellent week, and we'll see you soon. And stay tuned for the right after this I'll cue up me playing Whiskey Before Breakfast, and then stay tuned in a couple of weeks, certainly for Reggie's show. That's going to be a blast. We're going to reshoot that, and then I'm not sure what I'll do next Friday, but it's always a mystery. And I'm also going to be doing some traveling, so I'll show you some other people's instruments from other parts of the country. Anyway, have an excellent day, and thanks. Cheers.